In this video, we learn how to search our notes, and we also learn how to delete a note. This is our fifth video of Sqlite learning course. Create a new Java class and name it notes.dto, and just add one variable, name it title, and we want to search our notes. Search our notes by titles. When we want to search our notes table, we just create a note.to and send it to our database. Now go to our DB helper. We can create another method, but we want to change our get notes method. Add one parameter, note.to. Now we check if note.to not null. If note.to is null, we know that we want all notes to return. If not, we want just a note that user searched for. So check if note.to not equals to null. We want titles, and we use a like keyword and pass a percentage, and we pass note.to.get title, and we set it to be lowercase, and another percentage, and else we want all notes. So we can use notes with ID greater than 0, because ID is auto increment and starts with 1. Inside our main activity, get notes, and we pass null to get all notes. Now we want to create a search mechanism. First, we add a menu, name it menu main, and of type menu. In this menu, we just add one menu item. So when user clicks on this menu item, we want a search view to open, and user can type a note title that he wants. Set this note HM view class to search view. Now in our main activity, first we add our menu to our activity. We have to override on create options menu, and in this method inflate our menu. And first we get that search menu item that we created, and we get the action view of this menu item, and we can set its hint, and we can add an event for this search view. When user typed something, when the text changes, we want to search our notes. We call a search notes method and pass our new text, which is the text that user typed. Now we want to create this search notes method. To create this method, first we create an object of our note.to class and pass the title. Now to get a list of search notes, we only need to use db.getNode and pass our node detail. Now we create our recycler adapter again, pass our context and our search nodes. And set recycler view adapter with this adapter. Now run the app and user can search nodes as he type. Now we want to create a delete functionality for our DB helper class. Go to our DB helper class and create a new method, delete node, which gets one parameter, the node ID, and inside that we just use db.delete and pass our table name and a var clause which we can use id equals to, and pass an array of strings for our var which have only one argument, node id, which we have to cast it to a string. Now we want to use this delete node method. Create a new menu for our add node activity. And inside this menu, add only one menu item. When user clicks on this menu item, we want to delete our node and go back to main activity. Now we created our menu. It's time to add it to our activity. Go to add node activity and override on options created, on create options menu. And in this method, inflate the menu. Now that we inflated our menu, it's time to create a challenge event for that menu item. We have to override on options item selected and use a switch so we know that menu item challenged. And inside this case, we check if id extra equals to 0. We know that the node doesn't exist in our database, so we just go back to main activity and finish this activity. But if id extra doesn't equal to id extra is not equal to 0, we want to use delete method of our database and pass our id extra. And after that, close this activity and go to main activity. Now run the app, and after 5 videos our Sqlite database and our notepad app is done. We can add a note, add another node to search, so we can search through them. We can search through nodes by title, and we can update a node. And at last we can delete a node. Thank you for watching.